What last minute gift for Christmas is always a winner? One year when my grandmother's memory was slipping, but she was still doing crossword puzzles, I found the mother lode at a bookstore. They had 2 different editions of Fauna book thick crossword puzzles on clearance for $2 each. I bought the whole stack of them and cycled through them for years. They kept her happy for years. When she'd finish book A, I'd supply her with book B, and then a fresh copy of book A again, and so on. Because her memory wasn't as sharp, she'd forget she'd already done the book. Kind of sad, but kind of sweet at the same time. I like my gifts to be practical, no matter who's getting them. Small, bright keychain lights like the Photon Micro or the R-Lite IE3 EOS. Small Swiss Army knives like the Swiss Army Classic. Awesome socks like Smartwool Loredan Tough or Fox River. High quality beanie from Outdoor Research, Arc'teryx, Smartwool, Sealskins. Space pens and a small, quality pocket notebook. Coffee travel mugs from Contigo. Small car emergency kits. Everyone needs them, and literally no one has them. Power banks. If you live someplace it snows, a good snow scraper, because again, for some reason, everyone has some piece of junk from a gas station. Magnetic charging cables. Seriously, I give these all the time and they're a huge hit, especially for iPhone users who seem to be constantly breaking either their cord or the charge port. I like the Net Dot and Volta. Small, quality multi-tool from Gerber, Leatherman or SOG. These are especially popular with women that get them from us. If the gifts aren't for office randos or distant cousins I see every 10 years, I'll make themed sets, like a small light, a power bank and the magnetic charging cables or beanie, socks, travel mug. You can spend 20 to 50 or more on high quality, practical gifts, or you can spend the same on a bread maker that'll get used once. One year I went to my grandma's house and snapped a few pictures of the old albums. Went home, made some collages out of the pictures, made them into magnets. I did this at home with what I have, but a mail order place can do it too. I didn't know if people would like them, but several people cried when I gave them out. They all compared pictures and still have them up. I figured I'd add it here for anyone curious. This is one of the collages. I tried to have the collage feature the person it was intended for. This one is heavy on my mom and her cat eyeglasses, and on the back of the motorbike, and my lovely aunt sitting front. Homemade cookies. One year I was particularly broke and decided to make everyone Christmas biscuits. Felt a bit stingy as I didn't really spend anything on it. Had all the flour, eggs, spices etc already at home and only had to buy a single chocolate bar to make choco chips. But people loved it and now ask me for them each year. I usually personalize the flavors or ice the person's name / something they like on them. For one friend who loves warm cookies, I gifted a log of cookie dough and cooking instructions that went down pretty well. Edit. I always had eggs, since I had a few pet chickens at the time. The fresh eggs made great gifts too. Depends on who you're shopping for. Like, my broke college friends love getting gift cards to things like Grubhub and Uber Eats. My mom friends enjoy those gift baskets that come with bath bombs, lotions and stuff, or a new fluffy robe. Also, if you have the spare time and want parent friends to really love you, a handmade coupon for a free night of babysitting so they can go to a movie or just get dinner or even stay home and just sleep lol. If all else fails, an Amazon gift card. I made custom coasters one year for my entire family. Step 1. Go to Home Depot, get free floor samples, already perfect coaster size. Step 2. Use a wood burning tool to put initials into them. Step 3. Give as a gift. I did this several years ago, and whenever I visit I still see the coasters out. About 2 hours of burning, and $0 spent, and I had a heartfelt gift for everyone. Books from a second-hand or used bookstore. Almost all of my books are used books from the local used bookstore, and they have an exchange policy. Bring in a book to trade in, and get your new book for 1/2 the price. Same goes for video games. I've gotten some used games for around 1/2 the price or less at used game stores. Don't waste money on new things. There's plenty of used stuff out there that's just as good, if not better. My family had a tough year and a half. We lost my grandma, and then we lost my mom. So it's only my aunt and I left. My aunt was struggling so hard and not doing well at all. It occurred to me that what she needed most was laughter. So I made a book on Snapfish of all my favorite memes for the year. It only take a little time to download the photos and create the book, then it comes in the mail a few days later. She loved it so much she sent it home with her office workers and they all had so much fun laughing about it at work. I did the same things the next year. I'm not doing it this year, but I might make one for myself. My go-to gift is a bottle of something I know they drink, or some other foodstuff or consumable I know they think is a treat, and probably won't buy for themselves, and a book I think they'll enjoy, usually with something written on the inside to personalize it. It hits all the right Christmas notes. The consumable is a way of saying here's something I know you'll enjoy, because I've been paying attention to you. The book says here's something I think you'll like that you probably haven't experienced before, and the heartfelt note inside the book makes it something unique. It's also super quick and easy, and infinitely variable. Jewelry, at least for spouses. I went to school with a girl whose parents were goldsmiths and owned a jewelry shop in which she'd sometimes help out. She'd tell countless stories of desperate husbands who came into the shop on the morning of Christmas Eve. Important note, here in Germany people usually celebrate Christmas and open presents on the evening of Christmas Eve. Slap a bill on the counter and say, I need something, anything, for my wife. I was so broke one year, I could not afford to ship presents to my family. Forget about buying them. I picked up some catalogs, Sharper Image, Brookston, and some magazines. I cut out pictures of all the things I would have liked to get for them. My dad got a car, a James Bond Aston Martin complete with surface-to-air missiles. My mom got a new backyard furniture setup complete with grill and fire pit, and a backyard Barbra Streisand concert to go with it. I even found a pic of a girl wearing a camouflage bikini squatted in a stream, holding a fishing pole, so I got my brother his dream girlfriend. It turned out to be a big hit. I heard later they were all standing in a circle, excitedly trying to find out what everyone else got. I guess it is the thought that counts. You know, my wife and I stopped giving each other presents years ago, while we were still dating, and I don't think we can ever go back. No more last minute rushing to buy each other stuff amidst all the other holiday anxiety. We usually just go out for a really nice meal and spend time together. When/if we ever have kids I assume we'll buy them gifts, but gift giving between spouses is basically just passing money back and forth. Gifts are not what the holidays are about, at least for us. If you're talking work Secret Santa with a low cost limit, buy a decent coffee mug and fill it with snacks. I've done that a bunch of times and people seemed to appreciate it. If not the mug then the snacks. Last time I did this, the Secret Santa present I got was garden soap. Don't do that. If you're buying for someone who likes gardens, they probably already have too many plants. Buy them a nice plant pot and fill *THAT* with snacks. Last time I did that, I wrapped the snacks in green crepe paper with the tied ends sticking out like the leaves of a plant. It looked pretty cool, and people liked the snacks. Basically I'm saying, buy a container and fill it with snacks. Edit, I forgot something I have done a few times. Did you know you can take apart Christmas crackers and put your own stuff in there? I've done custom crackers with more interesting gifts and actually decent jokes. Every time I did it, people would want to know where I got them. If you buy crackers in January the year before, they cost almost nothing, and you can fill them with dollar store stuff and people will think it's the most amazing thing ever. For super responsible people, gift cards are a highly underrated gift, as long as you know someone's hobbies and interests well enough that you can target the gift cards in a way that forces people to spend the money on something nice for themselves. So no generic Visa money cards or Amazon gift cards. Like, I'm 100% sure that my wife has a mental list of macute that she wants and would never buy for herself because she thinks it's not worth how overpriced it is. If I ask her for product names, she'll feel like she has to be responsible and will never tell me what she would really want if she let herself splurge. But if I give her a non-refundable gift card to some place that only sells macute, the money's already spent, so the most responsible thing becomes her buying whatever will make her the most happy. Same principle applies to Steam gift cards for plenty of people, or whatever their hobby is. A lot of the time, people's interests are too specific for you to figure out what they would really want without tipping them off. But if you give them money that can only be spent on those interests, they'll treat themselves in a way they wouldn't otherwise. Just ordered pack of 317x11 frames on Amazon for $30. Got on the internet and used free editing software GIMP and Inkscape and free downloadable images from NASA, star chats, books, etc. to make custom posters. Put the images on a flash drive. Went to Office Depot. Printed them on nice gloss poster paper. 4 for $8. 3 gifts plus bonus print for myself for a whopping $16 each and super thoughtful, homemade, keepable items. The trick is to make the poster something that the person wants. Something they've mentioned, or general topics they love with anecdotal facts, etc. Happy holidays.